What's going on YouTube? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Iron Factory's EX14 Ultimate Commander. Now what this figure set is the original design of War Within Optimus Prime and a God Ginrai set, or God Bomber set, added to it. So let's open them up and take a look. I've also forgot to mention that this set comes with IF-EX14A, Alleria, the Lady Commander. We're going to open up this one too. Out of the box, the set comes with everything you see here. We've got two figures. First off is Hero and Alleria. And then all this stuff. All of this stuff does turn into, well, it turns into a trailer and then merges into a bigger form. We've got a couple of different guns here, an axe within a sword component, and then all this other stuff. Unfortunately, all the other stuff does not turn into its own figure like God Bomber does. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It's just armor parts. We'll get into that in a little bit, so we'll take all of that except two of the guns and move that off to the side. And let's take a look at Hero Commander. Straight out of the box, the robot mode is very, very similar, or very good rendition of the War Within Optimus Prime from the mid to late 2000s. It's a very nice looking robot mode, and out of the box, again, he comes in his heavy arms mode. I'll show you that here in a moment. The overall look of the figure is quite good. The figure is pretty small, but that's normal with Iron Factory toys. To give you guys an idea on the size, here is Legends Class Rumble, and then we'll go with Deluxe Class Highbrow. So you can see that it's not exactly a big figure. To get him in his quote-unquote heavy arms mode, we add this double cannon to his back. We add these wrist-mounted or forearm-mounted cannons. And then we also give him two of his very classic G1 styled cannons. And he gets two of them. And that is his heavy arms mode. At least that's what the directions call heavy arms mode. And it looks really good. It looks very good. Very, very good, in fact. The head sculpt is also quite excellent. Iron Factory did a very, very good job when making that head sculpt. The figure's posability is pretty good, but very, very creaky. Head, ball joint. Shoulders, ball joint. Series of swivels and hinges on the arms. Fists do rotate. There is some torso articulation. Hips, ball joint, bend at the knee, and some foot articulation. And I don't know how well that's coming across, but it's very, very creaky. Let me move my microphone over so you can hear it. The figure's transformation is pretty easy. Start by opening up the chest and pulling the head forward. Then we collapse the head back into the chest and flip everything back like this. This is actually the hardest part of the transformation. Then take the backpack section, flip it over what was the face, and then pull this lower back section out like that. Then we turn the fists so that the palms are pointing forward and flip the elbows straight back. Then turn the shoulders, or turn the elbows back so the fists are pointing forward again. Next, take the kneecaps and slide them down over the shins until they snap into place. Push the legs together and collapse the legs up as far as they will go. Then we sandwich the feet and the heels down like that. Turn the torso around, which is why you need to get that out of the way, like so. Fold the entire front of the torso up, which I did off camera, sorry. Flip this section down and back like that. And what you want to do is when you flip the arms around, you kind of angle them up and then bring them down to peg into those little pegs by the hips. And just getting everything lined up is just a pain in the tailpipe. And then you fold the shoulders in and make sure the smokestacks are kind of pointing forward like that. And it's not the easiest thing to transform, nor the best looking. It really doesn't look all that good once it's transformed, which I'm sorry to say. It kind of looks like a bit of a mess. And because it looks like a bit of a mess, you're supposed to add a bunch of guns to it. So we've got the rear-facing smokestacks and then these top-loading guns. It works. I still think the alt mode looks pretty bad and doesn't hold a candle to Spark Toys or even the original titanium Optimus Prime. Now looking at Alleria, the Lady Commander, she is very, very tiny. She's smaller than Rumble. I mean, look at that. This is a small figure. Comes with a couple of different weapons. It comes with these kind of pickaxe-like weapons, which are actually very, very cool. She can hold both of them, and she also comes with this blaster rifle or sniper rifle that she can hold, but it doesn't work with the size of the figure. I mean, the rifle is 3/4 the size of the figure. Overall, the robot mode's okay. It's not bad. I actually really like the look of it. It's just kind of a mess in the fact that it has such trouble standing because of the weight of the part of the vehicle mode that we've got going on here. Again, I think it looks cool, but I would like it to be a little bit bigger and have better heels. The figure's transformation is pretty quick. Take the head, turn the head 360, or I should say 180, behind her, like that. Then take the entire backpack and fold it up, like that. Turn the arms so that the outer forearms are pointing out, like that, so that the palms of her hands are pointing behind her. Close up these sections and then peg them into the backs of the forearms, like so. And then we will take her legs and straighten out her feet, and then flip her legs up and over the back of her legs, like this, and they will tuck in into the sections by the backpack, like that. And that's pretty much the transformation. This alt mode is pretty bad, and I realize a lot of other third parties like Make Toys and Mastermind Creations have an alt mode similar for the Ladybots. I don't like this at all. Now you can attach her axes and her other weapons to the figure. I just have to figure out how, because the directions aren't exactly totally clear. Ah, okay. I completely missed that. There are little pegs on her ankles that you peg into, or peg the weapons into. Well, I got everything pegged in, and it makes the back of the vehicle mode completely top heavy, or back heavy, so the figure keeps pointing up to the sky like that. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. It's just kind of dumb looking, and the figure doesn't hold together well, and it's covered in areas by this white marring of the plastic. And now we're going to get into the armored vehicle mode. To start off with, we're going to grab some of the parts here, and we're going to start combining them. So to begin with, we will start off with this piece. Fold the wings down and flip them out. Grab these sections here, which do unfold to become cannons. Flip them down. Then flip the wings in, and they will peg into the sides of the cannons, like that. Next, we'll put that off to the side and grab these giant robot fists, or giant for these figures, and these will combine together. Point them to the sky, find the spots where they combine, and just sandwich them together, like that. And then attach these to the underside of this, which I completely forgot to flip that section out. So these pegs will peg into that spot right there. And believe it or not, pegging different pieces in can be a little bit tricky with this set, like that. Next, we will take, there are two pieces I'm looking for. Next, we'll take these two red pieces and they will peg in underneath. Next, come to the back and grab the, well, what will be the crotch piece and slide it into these two grooves back here like this. Then come to the front of the God Bomber head section, flip the head around, and tuck that thing up underneath like that, and this will connect into this front section, and these little peg holes in here will connect to these sections. Next, come to the vehicle mode and grab the feet pieces, flip out these sections on the side, and they will peg in right here like that, and we just need to straighten the toes out a little bit to allow some clearance. And we'll take this, peg it in on the same side, combine these together, and then drop this entire section down on top like this. And it should peg into place right back there in those peg holes. The final combine mode we end up with looks pretty good. It's not bad. It still doesn't do any justice to the subpar original vehicle mode, but the giant trailer of guns-ish works well. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Now to make the ultimate combination, we're going to partially return the figure to robot mode. To start off with, we're going to grab the arms and fold them and transform them back to the way they were in robot mode. So do that for both sides. Then grab the legs and extend them and rotate them 180 degrees and fold them down like that. And flip out the arms the correct way. All right, going to make sure that the feet are folded all the way up like this. Split the legs apart, and then grab the section here, fold it down, and collapse the backpack section down like that, and then leave the figure like this. Then, to form the feet, or to add the new feet, I should say, attach the feet, new feet, the same way we attached them in alt mode, like that. Oh, we should probably flip up the shins. That would probably help a few things. Oh, and if you slide the shins off, they slide right back on. I've done that a couple of times. Next, for the improved fists, we will take the fists, open up the new ones, and then slide them over the old ones, and they will peg into place in the hands. And then we just close the doors. So we'll do that on both sides. Next, for the backpack, we're going to attach the winged backpack via this peg right here, and that will attach via this guy right here, which we actually want to fold out a little bit. So we'll just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and fold it out all the way, attach it, and then refold it back up. There we go. Fold that up a little bit like so. Then give him some shoulder pads thanks to these guys right here. Finally, well, almost finally, give him a new crotch. And then give him a new head. You have to lift him up just a little bit and then slide this section in. And here we have Ultimate Commander. Going to give you guys a quick up-close look at it. It looks really, really cool. The newish head sculpt works really well. Overall, I think the figure looks awesome. A couple of design decisions that I'm not a huge fan of. I would have loved the cannons here to go straight over the shoulders as opposed to up at this angle. Yes, that is the correct transformation. The new chest piece doesn't stay on very well, and the new boots do not stay on very well. You can then give him his guns, which then can also be stored on his back, which is a nice touch. I do actually like that. even though they don't peg in very well. He also comes with the giant axe sword thing, which I like a lot. Just getting it in his hand is really tough. Overall, in the looks department, it looks really cool. Unfortunately, it's not a very good figure, and this is probably my least favorite set that Iron Factory has ever created. The Alleria figure is a good addition. I don't like it, though. This thing, it's a good idea. I think the execution is poor. You heard the creaking of the plastic. That is a major concern to me. The overall fit of the figure and all of its parts are not very good, and things just have a tendency to fall apart. The arms and the shoulders constantly pop off. In the combined mode, his fists pop off, his feet fall off, the chest doesn't want to stay attached. The weapons themselves are all good. It's just the parts that move that are the problem. There are a lot of parts on this figure that have marred plastic, and the overall feel of the figure, it doesn't feel very sturdy at all. It feels like I'm flexing and moving plastic in ways that it shouldn't move, which really worries me. Overall, it's a very nice looking set, but I don't think it's a good set. So gang, thank you for watching this video review. As always, I'm Baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.